Okay. I think I found a Black Swan event. I genuinely think I found a Black Swan event that could cause the actual pullback to the levels that I was talking about yesterday. In all honesty, I really do think that there is something here that's really really important to understand. And once I get this sorted out on the chat system, we will see that there is a real problem that's developing in the background. And I stumbled on it by pure chance. Pure chance. I stumbled on it because I was looking at something else recently. I was just thinking, like, what's going on here? Because there is a ETF fund that collates this institution, and it's down 42% in the past 3 months. And I was like, wait, that's not right. And then I realized that it's down below the level of the 2008-9 financial crash. And then I was like, okay, that's not good. And then I went further down, and then I saw a percentage that is greater than the 2008-9 financial crash. And we're in a scenario, the mechanism to help that is not going to be available. Are you guys intrigued? Are you guys intrigued right now? Because you should be. You really should be intrigued right now, because I was. I mean, I got so intrigued right now that I couldn't even put in trades today. I was just like, bruh, 1 second. I was like, 1 second, right? 1 second. But that's the situation of where we are. And all 58 of you that are watching, right? Because, I like to stream to a large crowd of people that just don't want to listen to what I'm saying, but will go and listen to other people. Are going to benefit from this scenario that I'm doing today. All right, let me put this into the general chat, and then we can go from there, and we'll do the start. But I will say that it could be potentially good short term. But I know now what's going to bring this market down to those lower levels. I'm just definitely saying, right? We off down hard. I think up first, but I'll give that analysis after I go through. After I go through what I'm gonna go through. Right now, Bitcoin has had an amazing move. Right, we're in a beautiful scenario right now where it's done. And I mean exactly what I said yesterday. For everyone that was watching, everyone that was sitting, everyone that was there thinking, oh, you know what? I'm not going to believe this dude. If you put this TikTok link in the group chat, some there want to watch, like, oh, okay, let me put this link. I don't know, can you guys put it in there? Put it into the general chat. Can I share this? 1 second. I shared the YouTube. The tube one is better, to be honest. I can share it. Ah, yeah. Look at this. It's absolute technology. I went through the motions the other day trying to put music onto this, put some dramatic music, but TikTok doesn't allow it, but whatever. Right. So where we're sitting right now, it did exactly as I said, right? And I mean, I put this into the Alpha Hunters group. You saw it. Everyone that was there could see it. It hit the levels almost perfectly. I mean, to a point where it's wild. Not only did it break through to tap the upper end of the band that I was looking at, I put this trade in. I literally was there. I put it into the chat. Well, only that it went down, tested the Monday mid, and it came and then tested the 75,000 area, which I've been talking about yesterday, exactly as it happened, and this and the other. Now the question is this, right? The question is this: do we see further movement up, or do we see a more aggressive pullback? Because this 75,000 area is going to be an area of is going to be contested like you would not believe, and it is going to ramp up the closer we get to the 20th. I'm now further leaning towards something that I will say at the end of this live, so you guys have to stay. None of this sort of like, what's going on in this and the other. But I will say this, right? Something is going on right now. In fact, let me say the positive stuff. I'll start with the positive stuff, right? Let me start with the positive stuff. The positive stuff is this. If we look at Bitcoin at this present moment, we see that, by the way, everyone on the TikTok will not be able to see what I'm showing you. It's against terms of use service. I can't show it to you like that. You have to go to the tickety talk to see it that way, right? I mean, to the UberTube, and it's there, right? Right now we're seeing a net increase, net spot increase in purchase of Bitcoin, which is amazing, right? We're finally starting to see that longer term buyers are stepping in, but unfortunately, that longer term buyer is dubious to see whether it's actually institutions that are buying or if we're actually seeing any retail. To be honest, the people that are actually seeing it is MicroStrategy, right? They're the ones that are buying this thing. They've done possibly the largest buy, verging on, I mean, the second largest buy in history, that in the whole creation of the MicroStrategy, and that is actually causing this thing to move up. And to be honest, what they are doing, in my humble opinion, is forcing the options, the Bitcoin options, to trigger at that elusive $75,000 level, right? Because those who provide the options have to do something called gamma hedging, which means as it goes up, right, as it goes up towards that 75,000, the options can be maintained by those who have set it, who have bought it, and it could cause a cascading event, right? But at this present moment, it's looking good. We're seeing a net increase in Bitcoin purchasing, which is a great thing, because when you see spot buys, it means that there is a level that's being held. And that level is extremely, extremely important, even though we have not reached the key level of the MVRV that actually provides an understanding of whether we are in a bull run or not, or whether we see the average wallet holdership sit in an area where it's neutral to negative. Usually when what the MVRV says, I've done a video about it. You should check out my TikTok. Those who are here watching, follow it and check that out. It's really useful. I'm also doing a run on all of these graphs and technologies and indicators that you need to watch and understand to be able to get a better understanding of the market future, right? So if you want to do that, I'll say this, right? Most people would charge for that. I'm giving it to you for free on my videos. All you need to do is follow and watch them. That's it. Follow and watch them. And this is coming from someone who's an actual trader, someone who knows exactly what they're talking about, who's been in the industry since 2017. Anyone that's new here, all of that stuff. Everyone who old school people know that. New school people need to understand that's the way it is, right? So this is where we are. And this is where we're sitting. Now, so in that sense, that we could see a further a movement up, but I don't think we're close to the area where we will see the real bottom. And I think the real bottom will happen once we see a real capitulation event or an actual average negative of all wallet holdership across the board. Now, let's get into the interesting thing. Let's get into the interesting part. I was going through I was going through some charts today, right? And those charts were based around a singular thing. And that singular thing is something called CTAs, right? And CTAs are commodity trading advisors. These are, how can I say, algorithmically managed funds. It's these things that work around institutions that basically are the ones that cause the market to move through. Hello, Todd. How you doing? I'm describing what a black swan that I might have found. Right now, what we're seeing is liquidity creation selling. And if we look at the S&P 500, we're seeing this in front of our eyes. You're seeing events where liquidity creation is being arranged, and then these CTAs, these algorithmic trading CTAs, are selling into that liquidity. And the thing with these CTAs, right, their funds are enormous. And I mean, the lowest CTA is like $400 billion, right? They're massive entities. And what's going on is this selling is going from corporations and CTAs and fund managers and advisors and the whole thing to retail. So what's happening right now is that there is a vast movement of liquidity and assets from corporations to retail. And I was looking at this understanding, and I'm trying to understand, why are they selling so aggressively? What is the reason why this is selling? And if you look at this thing, one of the key indicators to look at that is the VIX, right? And the VIX looks relatively okay at the moment, but the VIX is a bit of a lagging indicator, right? And what will happen, and what's the sign you need to look for, is if you start seeing the VIX slightly create an upward trend, what CTAs do, because they're algorithmically traded, is that you will see something called a cascading selling event, right? Where as the VIX starts moving up, as volatility starts to build, you will see these assets start, them being sold on a greater level. And if you want to have an understanding of how much selling is going on at the moment, so I can just explain to you, have an understanding of what's going on. Let me just put this here. Is this the right one? No, not this one. So you can have an understanding. I just want to find the right one. Not that one either. 1 second. Oh yeah, here. If you want to see how much is being sold at the moment, State Street, that manages roughly about 3,600 million, so $3 billion in assets, have sold 15 billion in the past 2 months. Do I copy? Do you trade crypto? No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. So they've sold 15 billion in the past 2 months, right? And it's not just like a normal sell. It's continuing. There are another 50 companies doing this, constantly selling over and over and over. And at every pump, these CTAs are selling over and over and over and over again. And I was trying to understand what's going on. And I stumbled on this. The KRE is an ETF based around mid-level banks, and it's down 42% in the past 3 months. And I created a document, and I just want to explain to you. I want to explain to you what's going on at the moment and why these CTAs are selling, because they're selling because of this. And I found it in a report that was sent out by one of the banks, stating the exact reason why this is going down is this. So if we look, and I'm going to put this report in Alpha Hunters group, right? What's going on at the moment is that there is a huge disparity between banks giving returns, so savings returns, to lending, to rate of CRE exposure to equity, and on top of that, insured deposits. At this present moment, right now, due to the lack of liquidity that's available in the markets, over 1,788 regional banks have a CRE exposure greater than 300%. And if you, in layman terms, just so you understand what that means, that let's say 1,800 banks have lent companies, right, a loan to exposure of, property loan to exposure of 300%. That ratio is the exact same ratio as the 2008-2009 financial crash. Just so you understand where we are right now, right? Not only that, the amount of uninsured deposits that sit within those banks is twice what the FDIC can pay out. The FDIC is an insurance which can pay out to $250,000 per bankrupt. So if the bank goes under, they can pay that to each person that's there. The amount that could cascade out is twice that. On top of that, right? On top of that, there are over 500 banks that have 500% CRE exposure. So they've given 500 times the net asset value of the product to these companies. And if we get to a point, and I'm going to connect it all together now. If we get to a point where banks have difficulty lending because of this, because they are massively overexposed at the moment, it's at a point where if one goes, and I've done a scenario here. I built a scenario to explain to you what could happen. There's a scenario I've built up so you guys can understand what the good, the bad, and the oh my lord scenario, right? If one goes under, it could do a enormous cascading event, and there is no recourse to it, right? There's no recourse to it because, and I'm going to get to that part in a second. So right now, we're in this scenario where they don't have enough liquidity. They've given out loans above what they can afford. They don't have any security or insurance to cover deposits and withdrawals if that happens. And we're in a scenario where interest rates are high. And not only that, we're in a place where interest rates are high, and because of the Iran conflict, they're going to stay high. In fact, it might even go up. So that squeeze that these banks earn money also from, either from lending and from withdrawals, with bank accounts that they're not uninsured, that interest rate being high and getting to a point where interest rates might go up is this. In mid of 2026, these regional banks are sitting on loans that are over leveraged by 500 to 300%, totaling $2 trillion that are going to be refinanced the mid of 2026. In an environment where companies at that level cannot take more equity out, they cannot gain any more loans, and they're in a scenario where the assets within those banks are not liquid enough for the banks to actually sustain withdrawals from them. And you say to me, but RS, right? You say to me, look, so why is that an issue? Like, we have great employment. We have great, numbers are looking good and things are in a good scenario. Well, in this same report, by the way, you should go and check out the Alpha Hunters group. I'm all going to put it all in there. Well, if we look at something where we look at the, not employment, but actually hours given and hours worked, that's going down. So everyone is employed, but the hours that they're working is getting less and less and less and less. And that all points to one big problem. It points to companies not being able to afford to pay people and give them enough jobs to pay them. People who are working don't have enough income, and they're going to go to a point where they're going to start doing silly things, like, for example, selling gold. Because it didn't make sense to me why gold is going down right now. Gold at this present moment is going down. It's going down, and you're like, what? But there's massive there's a Middle Eastern, and there's oil and Taiwan, and why is gold going down? That's the safety asset, right? Because people are selling things and getting to a point where they're selling things to be able to recover and pay for things. And also now companies are selling. So what it will get to is a point where there's a liquidity squeeze where, let's get to my good, bad, and ugly scenario, right? Good, bad, and ugly scenario, which, by the way, if you guys want to check this out, go to the Alpha Hunters. I'm going to put it in there. It's free of charge. You guys can check it out, right? Give you the good, the bad, the severe, and the black swan, right? So I wrote it here. I'm just going to read it out so you can understand. Okay. If they get defaults, right, between 10 to 15%, or say about 200 banks, then we'll get credit tightening and we'll get a medium, maybe an understanding of, it could be a recession scenario, right? If one large regional bank goes, and remember last time when everything went down, it was when that one regional bank went, right? If that happens, we will get possibly a GDP fall of about 1 to 2%, unemployment rises, and then we will get full-blown regional lending complete freeze where it will make a stagnation event in the market. But if Iran conflict continues and we have this event where at this present moment we're sitting on about a deficit of 15 to 20 million barrels of oil missing from a daily output scenario, right? The throughput, the actual amount that they can deliver into the market is missing by 15 to 20 million. Let's give that 5 million gap because there's countries that are providing, and then there's like oil lines that are going, this, that, and the other. But if this lasts, and that can only last about 25 days, right? which, funny enough, comes to the exact point of when we have the next inflationary print, unemployment print, and GDP growth. If this continues, we will get a 20% CRE default rate. And if that happens, if we reach a 20% default rate, all, and I mean all, 1,600 to 1,800 banks will go insolvent. And that's the black swan event. This conflict needs to end, because the black swan waiting at the end is all 1,600 regional banks going under. Because right now, they can potentially go under. This is what I stumbled on today. This is what I stumbled on today. And I'm sitting there going, how does no one... See, the thing is, these algorithms and these banks and these institutions know this. They know this, and they know that retail is buying every single dip, because, you know, the S&P 500 could always go up, right? These funds will always go up, right? Or it's not like, and I'm going to list this now, it's not like we have regional conflict, oil issues. We have another regional conflict coming up. We have full-blown oil supply. We have inflation shock. We have debt shock. We have all of that. Everything's great, right? Everything is great. Let's just keep buying the dip on the S&P 500. But the weird thing is that companies are not buying it. Institutions are not buying it. They're net selling through their nose. Through their nose. But I will say this. Short term, remember, I've had this theory since the beginning of all this. I've said that short term, we're going to see bullish momentum. And then medium term, we're going to see an almighty pullback, right? I still think short term will be good. I still think that we actually have an ability to see a test of the real prior range. Let me just move this here. The Bitcoin order block that led to this pullback. I still think we could see that, right? Because it comes this area here and this 75,000 fighting point with these options that are opening up. I would not be surprised if MicroStrategy and various other SEC declares most crypto assets not securities, including stake, airdrops, and Bitcoin. Yeah. That's going to happen anyway. It's part of the Clarity Act. So I'm seeing this continue up and test these 90,000 area. But in my humble opinion, right? And I don't see an end to this unless there's a sudden end to this war, right? And then they get to a point where they start to cut aggressively. They need to start cutting aggressively. We're at that point now where we need aggressive cutting. Otherwise, we're not going to be seeing any type of positivity coming in. I'm going to be shorting with size. That's what I'm staying at. This is what my understanding is. I mean, we still have to see. Look, you need to understand this. We still have to see the 20th close. What I will say is that in these next few days, we're going to see massive, massive uncertainty. By the way, I love how other creators, and I'm almost certain there's other creators that watch this show and my lives and everything else, right? At least for those who are watching and anyone else that's listening, at least for everything that I can say, from the bottom of my heart, right? Please at least get it right. Yeah, my TikTok is back. Yeah, exactly. Just please get it right. Please, if you're going to copy what I'm going to say, right, and you know, utilize my what I do, and everyone else, you know, thinks that it's not worth watching my shit because I haven't. I mean, the account has been blocked for 3 months. So I'm not surprised that TikTok is not really picking it up, right? I mean, I would love it if you guys could watch it and share every single video. That would be amazing. And press that bell button. That would be incredible. I mean, I don't ask much from you guys. At least do it correct. Because a creator today, I had to correct him, man. I couldn't deal with it. He was like, "There's a triple witching event happening on Friday," and I was like, "It's a quad event, not triple." And then he deleted my message. Oh, God. Anyway, whatever. But this is what I'm trying to say to you, and I think the level of where I will be buying, right, where I will see, where I will do my game plan, where I will not only short with size, but then buy with that gain and that let's play a game guessing who. No, we're not playing that game, right? Those two levels where I'm going to do on my game plan of what I'm looking to do right now is going to be put into the Alpha Hunters group. So if you want to see that, and this one I'm going to leave open for everyone to see, right? I'm going to leave it everyone to see it and to utilize that, the levels and the areas I'm looking for and what's going to be moving. I'm going to drop it in there. So for those who are there and want to utilize this and see that, and for those who want to see this report on the regional banks that I've done, and for all the other things that I'm talking about, and I give it for free, right? I mean, I'm giving it for free, so it's up to you guys. Yeah, that's gonna be there. What's your time frame? Well, actually, I'm only answering questions from people that have been generous enough to donate. Oh wow, you gave me 25 cents. Damn, enriched. You are like showering me with love. All right, enriched. You ask me. Mark Frazier, you're next, and Cryptus. All of these people up there are going to be getting enriched, man. Yeah, whoo, whoo. Double that, and I can buy some chewing gum. Brother, I appreciate it though. It means a lot. You're absolutely incredible on that side. But yeah, that's what I think is a scenario. We have something brewing in the background, and I like to follow what banks do and these massive funds do rather than what they say, because they're saying everything is fine. And that's how they create liquidity. See, look, you need to, the way that these larger institutions, they can't just drop $100 billion of sell orders into the market. People will notice, right? And not only that, you know, in traditional market, you need to have buyers for the sellers, right? And to be able to create that buyers, you need to create this environment. Unfortunately, you know, for all those banks that are lovely individuals, I love you all, absolutely incredible, power to the banks and everything else. They need people to buy them, and unfortunately, retail are the ones that are buying it because it's the only place that they think that they could see. There's this narrative that you put your money into S&P 500, 10% a year, and in 30 years you'll be like a billionaire or whatever, right? How often do you eat steak and lobster? Why is that a question? I'm not going to answer that question. I do like steak, though. I'll give you that. Oh, man. I like the... Anyway, it doesn't matter. I do like a steak. Lobster is pretty nice. It depends. It has to be really, really fresh, the lobster, for me to like it. Otherwise, yeah. I like the lobster rolls. They're really good. There's a really good one in central London that does it. What's my shoe size? All right, Richard. My shoe size is 11 and a half. Does that make it better for you? I'm a 6'4", 11 and a half shoe size. What's your shoe size? I don't know, like a 6. Do you think the banking issue hits in the next 90 days? I don't think it's going to be the next 90 days, but I think that is going to be the Black Swan event. You know what they say about big feet? Yeah, I know, big socks. Yeah, but nah, I'm that guy that doesn't wear socks with shoes. I'm that douche. 12, mate. Ah, yeah. Very, very convenient. Half a size bigger than mine. Yeah, yeah. Very convenient. Is it selling May this year for definite? I'm looking towards that level. Just so you understand, right? This is how bad things are. Trump has oversized. Thanks, man. Think of it this way: the biggest crypto event in the world happens in Dubai, right? It's called Token 2049. 2049 has been cancelled. And those events are usually catalysts for growth, and that's around the May period. And if that is cancelled and we don't see catalysts, and if oh man, if the Clarity Act is pushed further down the road, then yeah, I would see that could be a real possibility. I could see that as being a real possibility. But I'll say this, right? I will say this, and I want this to be extremely clear for people to understand, right? If this happens, if we see this crazy credit crunch aspect going on, it will be, in my humble opinion, a pure generational play. Pure generational play if that happens. Genuinely. To be honest, I mean, we're verging on cheap as it is right now. But I think, anyway, I'll put it into the Alpha Hunters group. You guys will see it there. All right. Any other questions? What are we thinking about? What you guys want me to talk about? And we can go from there. So maybe we can get some answers, because a lot of people don't like to listen to me theorize about stuff. No one listens. And then we're like, bruh, are we cooked? And I was like, I did tell you. I mean, I told you. If you guys sit and actually watch the reruns of the the YouTube recordings or whatever it is, then you can see exactly what's going on. You can see the actual effects of what's going on, and you can actually watch it live, and you can go through it. What do you think? Wait 1 second. Crypto Hunter. Let me see if you have. I need to give priority to those that gift. Crypto Hunter. You're 12. Okay, cool. What do you think about Bitcoin at this moment? I think we will go low. I think we could go higher short term. I really think short term we could go higher short term. And I think the short term move could be pretty big. But at this present moment, right, no one knows. And I'm being really, really serious. This 75,000 area is going to be a battleground. It's going to be contested continuously, because if it closes above on the 20th, at the end of on the 20th, the options, Bitcoin options end. If it's above, we will see a cascading event, and you see like God candles going everywhere. And I think MicroStrategy is going to try and push that to happen. They need to do that. They desperately need to do that, right? And I think that area there is going to be. So if we close above, it's long till the daily OB, which is around this 89, 90,000 area. I think we will go to 53, 59. Eventually, I think we can go lower than that. I think 48. I think we can go even further than that. There's a real chance that we can go there. So I long a H bar if that happens. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. You eat that liquidity, Gus. Over the next 3 months, I would say, but I will say this, right? And I want this to be clear, but I'll put it into the Alpha Hunters so you guys can understand what's going on. I will say this, right? I think it's going to be sooner than later. And I want everyone to be very, very clear. And there's going to be one asset. And I mean one asset. If this happens, and I'm kind of praying it does, right? I'm kind of praying it does. If there's one asset, I'm going to be buying I think more than I have enough Bitcoin anyway. I have a huge amount of Bitcoin, right? Um, but I don't have enough of something else, and I don't have enough of something else because at this present moment, and again, I'm going to reveal it in the Alpha Hunters group. You can check it, links and all that kind of stuff, right? It currently has. It's not XRP, although I'm going to buy a bit of XRP. It currently has a TVL, total locked value, that equates to 34% of its entire supply. Which, just to understand how bonkers that is, just so you understand how bonkers that is, right? That is 10 times greater than any other asset in this class. Any other. And it's not Pendle. I'm telling you, 34% of the supply, the entire supply, is locked in its ecosystem. And the craziest part of this is, and if you guys want to know, as I said, go into the Alpha Hunters group. I'm going to say into the Alpha Hunters group. It's fine. And it's going to be to the general as well, so everyone can see it. The reason why I know this, right? The reason why I know this is because I had a talk with Pump Fund recently. That's why people who want to know about Fat Cat should consider having a look at it, right? Yeah, it's Pippin. It's definitely Pippin. It's a bit less now, all right? And we were going through some statistics on what was going on, and yeah, I saw an internal report, 34% of its entire, and I was like, all right, I was like, all right, you sold me. I'm buying a lot. It's a lot. I'm telling you, it's absolutely wild. It's completely out of this world level of understanding. Right. Who else? Who else wants to have a question? Who else wants to have a question? If you look it up, you might find it, but I'm dubious that you're going to be able to find it. The house isn't going to happen. Mark Fraser, I will say this, right? Mark Fraser. This run has been it's been an unfortunate non-euphoric top high, right? What are your thoughts on thoughts about the reverse carry trade? I will explain that. But Rose, I need to go to a few more other questions within that, because I'm looking at the people who've given me. I mean, like even the fake Alvarez have given me 5 cents, man. Think of it that way. That's how great it is right now. Even the fake one that's not me is giving me, and who's restreaming my stream, obviously, has given me 2 cents. And but yeah, what do you expect from FOMC? I think absolutely zero. I think the market has completely priced in the fact that there's gonna be zero rate cut, and I think they know what the questions are going to be like, right? They know that no, optimism has its supply locked up. That's not TVL. TVL is different. TVL is people that buy it and then lock that liquidity within the ecosystem. I'm giving you all I have. Can't be scrimping on ice cube sandwiches this week. Thank you so much, Tyler. Thank you. It means a lot. It means a lot. You know what my greatest thing on after the lives is to see the total amount of donations, and I will say, it was a proud moment. It was a proud moment the other day where I achieved 47 cents on my last live, which made me. And I was looking and going, I'm so glad I made some. I'm so glad that I have other income coming from other places. My Lord. Anyway, where was I? Do you think, Mr. Have you? Oh, you have. Do you think the Clarity Act will change anything to the better side? if it passes, it that alongside with if we get the Basel III to go through, right, will be spectacular. But it will have effects in very selective ways. I think what it will do a massive cleanup on projects. Certain projects will disappear. Certain projects will become astronomically valuable. Because what it does, and if you want to check out what Basel III is, again, it's on the Alpha Hunters group. It's free of charge. It's just a document that I've drawn up. I'm doing it for free because that's how I gather my thoughts, and I give it to some of my counter buddies and all this kind of stuff, right? It's free. I'm giving it for free, man. There's no cost. It's free. It's free. Whatever. Maybe I need to put, but yeah, it'll bring in absolute ginormous amount of liquidity. I mean, even if you look at, so there was I did a video about it, so you can check it out, right? The JP Morgan did a report on how much liquidity could be brought into the cryptocurrency industry through stable coins and various other assets that move around it. And it says over its lifetime period, it will be the entirety of all liquidity within a 1 year period in the world would come into it. And it's verging on like 200 trillion or something. That's what we're sitting on at the moment. But what that will also bring is that there is a enormous amount of regulations that will come in. And what they need to weed out of it is the negative things that banks are trying to put into it. That's the thing that they need to remove. There are some things in there that aren't really great. But yeah, it's an insane amount of liquidity because it opens up banks right now. Because if you know about Basel III, you should watch the live from yesterday. You guys have to watch. You just have to go to the tube, press the bell button. Anyone that's on there, right? And just watch my lives, because it's not just daily understanding of what's going on with the Bitcoin price, because, I mean, I got it right absolutely perfectly yesterday, right? But it also gives you information that you don't get anywhere else. Anywhere else. It's the best way for me to describe it. No one gives you the information I give you. No one. Absolutely no one. So it's worth your time if you want to check it out, or if not, whatever. Whatever. I'll just throw it into thin air. It's cool. Don't worry about it. It's not like I put any time into it. But yeah, any other questions? What else do you guys want me to talk to ask me? Oh man, beach groomers. I love your name, man. That's a. Oh, do you have a channel that you try and find what's it called? Lost things on the beach? I'm kind of addicted to that. Is that your? No, my YouTube is my Discord group. It's just in the links in my channel. You can see it anywhere. If you want to go and see the YouTube is this, it's the same name, Rezo Crypto. Do you talk about private credit crisis? I just talked about it. More than that, I talked about a regional bank crisis as well. If you want to see the full report of that, I can't go over it again. It's in the Discord group. I'm gonna drop it in there for free, as I did yesterday about Basel III. That no one read. I can see who read it. No one read it. I was like, wow, bruh. I was like, no, I'm only here for entries. Just a little side business with my kids. It's cool, man. I like that. It's so cathartic. I don't know what it is, but like finding stuff, I think it's a guy thing though. You know, when you want to find something, it's such a cool thing to do. I don't know. I'm a bit like that as well. Like when I was younger, I used to really love going to car boot sales and just finding cool things that I could do. I just, whatever. It's one of my little things that I used to do when I was younger. And I to this day, I think I have like a whole case of like, I can't remember what it was, like cards or something. I don't know where I put it though. It's probably worth quite a bit, a penny at the moment, but I don't care, whatever. All right, anything else? What else do you guys want me to ask? Cryptus, you've given me almost $1, man. I need to ask you something. Whoa. I have a super fan. Oh my Lord. Okay, super fan trumps everyone. I'm sorry, man. Any other questions? Anything else you guys want me to talk about? Is there any particular coins you want me to look at, or things you want me to give you my non-expert opinion? Obviously. Do you talk about private credit? Yes, yes. Chainlink. Todd, still haven't seen you join the Alpha Hunters group, man. Chainlink. I don't know why you're not joining. It's almost like I refuse to listen to these peasants. Right, where's my link? Where's my link? Where's my chain? Why can't I see link here? I can't find link for some reason. 1 second. Got too many on there. All right, whatever. Did I get rid of my chain link? Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, whatever. All right, let's have a look at the chain link. I would say there could be a look, I do like that we're getting yeah, I mean, I like that it's holding that. And if we, I mean, would I say that? Yeah, we could say that. So this is a bullish pattern. Yeah, it is a bullish pattern. Yeah. We have to just watch it like this, though. Whichever side it breaks is the direction you need to go. It does look relatively bullish right now. I definitely could see this rallying from this point for sure, but I would be careful. I would be careful because it also, we could potentially see a move in the USDT dominance chart, because that's looking relatively bullish, a bullish price action on that. We're getting higher highs and higher lows, but it looks good. It looks good. We are seeing it hold this level quite well. We have, yeah, it looks pretty good. I would say it looks pretty bullish at this present moment. Just watch it carefully, right? Just watch it very, very carefully. Mexi KYC, no, it's not. And not only that, with this, and I best ways for me to describe it, there is no one that can give that offer. No one. It's because I've removed all. I don't get a single return from it. I've just done it for you guys because I'm tired of all these other creators going, oh, sign up from this and you get the, yeah, because there's a whole bunch of fees that they're getting from you. Here you don't get anything. You just get zero fees. Everything costs zero. So doing down on USDT dominance, what do you mean by that, man? Ask that question a bit better. Identical to ETH chart. Yeah, a lot of charts, because they all have similar market makers. I can't see that document now, founders. How? You're going to make me want to show this to you, man. You're going to make me want to show this to you. What's that? What's that? What's that document, huh? What's that? And I even gave you a website that helps out with a whole bunch of stuff. Where is that? What's that doing there? I'm so sad about you, okay, on ramping that. Do you see this? You see that? Yeah? Yeah? Making me... Yeah, green dot as well. Yeah, I would say we have to be relatively careful right now. We're in a scenario at this present moment where we're barreling into massive levels of volatility. As the 20th gets closer, you have to be extremely careful to trade this market right now. Because look, Link at the moment looks bullish, right? But we're going into an area of massive volatility, absolutely massive, right? And if that volatility turns out to be negative, if you see a enormous influx of these companies just fire selling their stocks, everything will go down, everything. So you have to be reactive rather than predictive at this present moment. Reactive is the way. It's just my opinion. That's what I will be doing. You guys can do whatever you want from there. Right. Anything else? What else you guys want to do? MSD parent resource. You can ask me any question you want to. I'm actually going to go down the list. Cryptus we did. Enrich we did. Mark Fraser. Gus, do you have a question? Or you're just being nice? User 36202. Man, put a name to your thing, man. Like, I appreciate the gifts. It means a lot. I appreciate it. But you can put a name to it. You can ask a question. Todd, Yoria, and any of you guys can ask another question. Anything else you want me to look at. And Todd, come to the group, man. Honestly. It's not one of those groups where I won't be there. I'm always there. Always. Jacob, any question you want to ask me? Palm, anything on that side as well? Let me know. And I'll have a Canton network. Let's have a look, Canton. What about gold? Gold looks like I've already did the understanding of gold. I think people are Canton. Let me look at Canton. Canton is so hyped up at the moment, which is kind of worrying me a little bit. Where's this? Where's CC, right? Canton. Why can't I find anything? Oh, yeah, here. No, that one, right? That's Canton, right? I'm not sure if you looked at that ETFs. I still I need to sell one fed up with it. Right? Okay. This one, right? This is Canton. Is this Canton? CC, right? Yeah, it is. All right. Okay, cool. Again, this is also holding up. Yeah, there we go. Key areas of resistance as well. This is more of a difficult one, though. We have to be careful. Look, I mean, okay, let me just do this. I mean, it's on the lower time frame. Don't get me wrong. We're talking real low time frame here, but I would say, yeah, I would say relatively bullish. I think you could see a momentary move up to the Monday high, a 2% move, but there's no real clear direction on this. It's currently sitting on a retest of its prior range right now, and it doesn't look like it's sitting well there. This is in no man's land. There's no real clear direction on the CC network. I wouldn't want to trade this. This is just betting, in my opinion. Wow, Road, thank you so much. That's really, really kind of you to share so much. That means a lot. I found it. It's Zama. What is Zama? There's a huge trade brewing on some of the memes if they eventually break out, like Shiva and Pepe. Yeah. Oh, look, memes will always have a place in this market. Always, right? Nice to see you back on TikTok. Thank you so much, Clipperina. It means a lot. Appreciate it. Yeah, something's cooking for Fat Kid. I can feel it. Oh yeah, definitely cooking for sure. Definitely cooking. Yeah, memes will always have a place, right? Because it's the purest form of. I mean, look. There are traders and then there are bettors, right? There's betting and trading. Trading is what we're doing here, right? I wouldn't advise in any way. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's got a long learning curve. It takes time. Anyone that gives you like shortcuts, I would be very cautious of those people, right? But memes, you have a chance because in essence, it's somewhat betting. and it's an asymmetric information type of betting, right? So your edge is how quickly you get that information. So if you get that information quicker than anyone else, you have a higher chance of gaining something from it. It's just the way it is, right? And there are ones that have good intentions, the ones that have bad intentions, but it's pure betting, because even if your analysis is perfect, you have the fibs and all this kind of stuff, all it takes is one person to press the button to get rid of it. And all of these things that check for bubble maps and distributions and all that means nothing, because they could still do it, right? That's what I'm gonna say. That's the thing I want to explain to everyone. But yeah, that's what I would say to everyone that's looking in that understanding. But there's always a level there. You just have to play it. Meme coins are things that you play in the moment of what's going on, right? So if you see the liquidity move towards memes, play it, understand it, gain your profit, and move from there, and put it into projects that have that ability to have a longer moving aspect. And if you bought it as it's already pumped, you just have to be careful. Just make sure you take your profit from those things and put it into things that can actually have a movement forward. What about utility memes? Yeah, I mean, utility memes can have a place as well. If they actually have utility, if they actually are doing something rather than reskinning something, for sure, I would say so. Definitely, they have a place. Everything has a place in this market. It's just what's your taste, what's your flavor, right? You know that song? If it's something that you like, that you understand, then yeah, fantastic. If it's something that you don't, then yeah, because look, all of this thing, it all comes down to a lot of things, right? There's a lot of aspects that you need to play in this market to be able to gain an advantage. And in memes, it's completely asymmetric information. That's what I would say to everyone on that note. All right. Anything else? Any other questions? I think, what's really funny is that because I'm in a studio now, right? Love you back. Thank you so much, right? I appreciate it. I had that little bit of a bump of 20 people that look. They're like, "What's this?" And like, why do I want to follow this person? He doesn't look like a 12-year-old kid with a Ferrari. That's the guy that I follow. That's who I like. If he ain't 12, if he doesn't have a Ferrari, and if he's not selling a trading course, then that's the I don't want to talk to him. Oh, God, it's so funny. Anyway, do you guys like the studio, by the way? Does it look professional? Who's Calvin Hill? Calvin Hill is me. I am Calvin Hill. Mr. Bunker in the Sky. Yeah, a lot of people miss the Bunker in the Sky. Maybe I'll go back to it. Should I go back to the Bunker in the Sky? Is it because people are thinking that this is some sort of AI generation because the quality is so goddamn amazing? Need a time, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you for telling me I need a holiday. All right, I'll go to the holiday. Just Mr. Cats. Oh, the cats are still around. I'll bring them in one day. One is just, yeah. I'll bring them around one day. They'll just sit here. I'm thinking of doing a cat cam with diamonds. Yeah, exactly. All right. Anything else you guys want me to look at? What are you guys thinking in this scenario? I wonder, what are other creators saying? Because I don't really watch other people's lives at this present moment. What is everyone saying? It's not a hack, it's a bug. Yeah. God, I miss those moments. I just want my account back to full health again, so I can start getting my videos to go above 200 views. That's all I want. I don't want anything else, right? I kind of need you guys to press the bell button and watch them and stuff like that to help me with that. But they will come again. Yeah, they will come again. I know. It's just difficulties. You know what I mean? It's the difficulties of creating a channel and a group and dealing with nefarious people that they utilize their gaps to be able to make money from it. You know what I mean? What was I also going to say? I'm also thinking of doing, and I don't know if you guys would be interested, because now that I've built the ski is really bullish with possible one more decent pullback. Oh yeah, look, I think the pullback will be. I think the pullback will be a bit more than decent. I think it will be absolutely ginormous. But it'll be that's what I mean. It will be those type of moves happen when there is and I wouldn't call it a black swan event. A black swan event, right, is an event that is unexpected. That's it. Alex and Sherry think that ETH and XRP have bottomed. Alex thinks there won't be a pullback. What now? Recently? I don't think that's going to be the case either. I think that there is a real chance that we will move up. I just gave the reason why we will have a move up. Apart from everyone else. I guess sometimes people don't want to know the reason why we move up. I think they want to know it because they just, want to be told what to do. I think that's what it is. But yeah, that's that scenario on that side. Alex and what is anyone else streaming other than me, Alex and Ski? Half think the bottom has passed, half think we have a big leg down. I think it's a combination of both. I kind of feel that these lives that I do where I drop a whole bunch of knowledge and information is misplaced in TikTok. I think that's the scenario of where we're going through. Is it true there is a diagonal wall on Bitcoin around 75? Yeah, I mean, I've already said that about the Calvinist, but it is a rough patch. It's not a rough patch. He has, I mean, last time I dropped on there, it was at like 800 people watching him. You not stream daily? I stream daily. TikTok, because I just got my account back. It doesn't. You're famous in Dubai. I hope you visit after these days. I was gonna come in May. I love Dubai. I'm actually gonna move to Dubai, by the way. You know what I mean? This is the thing. I'm gonna move to Dubai most probably at the end of the year. TikTok no signs of intelligent there, hence why it's being misplaced. Yeah, I think. Oh man, I love how you guys insulted all of TikTok. You weren't live last week, bro. Yeah, I was ill. I was ill, man. I love Dubai too. I wish I could move there. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna move there. I'm looking at properties at the moment. Smart move, no crypto. It's not about the crypto tax. I mean, believe me, if it was about tax, I would have moved like 5 years ago. Trust me, it ain't about tax. It's just, I'm just seeing things going in a negative direction in this country, and I want to like, yeah. How dare you be sick? I'm not allowed to be sick. You didn't stream last week. Yeah, you didn't stream last week. What can you do? Yeah, I know, but I understand. I know people come every day and want to see this. Is the area of the crypto? You have kids? No, I don't have kids. Not yet. Probably 1 or 2 years. We're still enjoying our life. See, look, this is the thing. Me and my wife have this agreement that as long as we have things to see and enjoy and do, we'll wait until we've done all of it before we do that. And we're almost there. I think we're almost there. What country are you in? I'm in the great country of fish and chips and curry. And the sad thing is, right, if you go on Google and write which country represents fish and chips and curry, it will say where I live. There's no other. No, it's not India. It's not India. Just search it. And the first answer will be that. There will be no other answer. None. There is no other answer that if you write fish and chips and curry next to each other, it will be that country. Oh, God, man. It's just, it's fun. But that's how it is. But yeah, I do love Dubai. I really do. I was looking at by the way, I don't know if anyone lives in Dubai. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yep, Mr. Great Starmer. Yeah, I don't even think it's that. We want to see Baby Alvarez chop chop. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, well, we're still enjoying ourselves. You know what I mean? You can do the holidays you can't do with kids. Steven, okay, we know after you sent this 736,400 times. Wait, what did he send? I didn't quite hear the sending thing, but yeah, that's what. And Jamaica, really? I don't think it's Jamaica, man. Kids make things interesting. They do, but it's one of those things where, this is my belief anyway. When you have kids, your whole life becomes, giving your knowledge and understanding and removing what's important in your life to them being the important thing in your life, right? And to be able to do that, I just, I want to be able to have experienced all the things. We're almost there. We've done a lot in our life. I mean, we've gone like 5-6 holidays a year. It's crazy. My kids are adults now, so I get my private holidays again. Yeah, but that's what I mean. But when you had them, it's everything. Your whole life is this little thing that you need to look after. You know what I mean? I have 6. Pick one. It's cool, man. Don't worry about it, bruv. 6 is wow, man. Yeah, damn. Oh man, Tyler's yeah. Yeah, damn. Brother, someone is like, I have great grandchildren. That's awesome. One of the most, I think that's the pure success in life. Genuinely, being in a room when you get to like the age of 80 or whatever, right? And you look over and you see like all of this came from me. You know what I mean? That's such an amazing thing. Tyler got enough. Ghost money, government control them. No one makes money except the top. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. So you just have to be intelligent about how to do it. You just don't listen to what they're telling you and become educated yourself. I believe you'll be a great father. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I think it's a lot. That's the thing that I will explain to you. The moment that you actually get that freedom is when, that's what I'm trying to say it should do to you in these lives. And I think TikTok is misplaced on that side, right? And that's why I think I might do these things, record these moments of recording and put them onto YouTube so people there can actually listen and go through my knowledge and what I'm doing in that way. Alpha there, follow the money trail. It's not only that, right? You can pass down your sunglasses collection. Oh yeah, that's gonna be right up there, man. That's right. Hello, brother. Been following you for a while. Nice content. Thank you so much, Singularity. It means a lot. There's a meme coin called Singularity is doing really well. That's not you, right? What was I saying? I was gonna say something. Okay, I don't know what I was saying. Completely. You're going to be a dad? Oh, mate, I will talk. Sky Bunker for the babies. Yeah, they're gonna get more than Sky Bunker. I got one studio, right? This is one of the bedrooms in our house, and I had to fight my wife to get. I was like, look, I need to do this, right? And she said, what happens if guests need to stay? I'm like, it's 5 other bedrooms, lady. How many people are staying in our house? Yeah, the argument didn't work. But buying something, that works. You can adopt me if you want. I won't be a hassle. It's fine. Don't worry about it. There's always random people living in my house. I just so you understand, realized today that other people have keys to my house. There are people that have keys to my house that I didn't know about, right? I didn't know about this. No one told me about this. Apart from my wife saying, my friend might pop round. I mean, I know her, don't get me wrong. My friend might pop round to pick up something. I don't know what it was. And I was like, no, but I'm gonna be out in a meeting. He said, don't worry, she has a key. I was like, what? What do you mean she has a key? What does that mean? Because don't worry, she's done it before. I was like, sorry, double what? She has a key to her house. She goes, yeah, it's fine, don't worry. It's just like, when you're not there, she can go in and look after the house. I'm like, so you're saying that those moments when you go on holiday and I have my those moments of, how can I say? Okay, this is to guys especially, right? When your wife and your kids are away, right? And you're alone in the house, right? There's a certain comfort level that you reach that shouldn't be seen by other people. It shouldn't be seen by other people, right? Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. That comfort level should not be seen by some random person that apparently has a key to my house. Right? I have those boxes that my wife wanted to throw away, but I like them because they're comfortable, right? You know what I'm talking about. Every guy knows what I'm talking about, right? And you have that you have that level where you're just like, I'm gonna eat food and I'm just gonna leave it there. I'll clean it the other day, right? Everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about. Every guy does anyway. And girls do as well, but they're just like, okay, I love him, so it's fine. He can keep that one. It's normal. Okay, cool. Absolutely fantastic. All right, just making sure that I'm not the outlier. Crypto is not sustainable. Believe me, sure. 10 years in crypto gained millions, but I ruined thousands. Oh man, are you all right, man? I feel like you might need to talk to someone. That's anyway. Okay, I will singularity. Please stop spamming. I appreciate it. If you spam, I'm just gonna ignore you. I don't mean in any negative way. But there's still people on the list that I need to look at. All right, sorry about that. It's all right. What is this? What is Omikami? I don't know what Omikami is. If it's a meme coin, I thought you did right. That's fine. If it's a meme coin, I'll be calling that a miss for the time being. I might. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So now that I have the alt account, right? I might do like a 3 o'clock UK 3 o'clock 4 o'clock stream, right? So I can actually build that up and do all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It has crazy. I mean, if it's from the SHIB developer, right? I definitely don't want to look at that. The last time the SHIB developer did anything, it turned out to be something not very good. It depends which SHIB developer it is. If it's Satoshi, I'm definitely not looking at that. 100%. Unfortunately, I know him well. If you don't stop, I mean, you can't put any links or websites on there, man. I just so I just want to be. Please stop spamming. I appreciate it that way. Right. Any other questions, guys? Anything else? If not, I'm gonna bid you guys adieu and do all that kind of stuff. Singularity getting comfy. God, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And the funny thing is, it's just it'll just go over. Anyway, whatever. Okay, guys, look, you guys are incredible. I'm gonna drop all this information into the. Looks like I'm late. Yeah, you're pretty late, right? I'll say this right to everyone. I will drop all this information into the Alpha Hunters group, right? So you guys can go there and check it out. It's free of charge. I'm going to put all the things. Thank you so much for the 50,000 likes. Thank you so much for all the gifts. And to be honest, those gifts help with the algorithm. It means a lot that you guys are here doing this away, because I need to rebuild the momentum of my account after it's been away for 3 months. You know what I mean? and we can move on from there. You guys are absolutely incredible, and we'll see what happens tomorrow when things start getting shaky, as the FOMC is going to be coming in tomorrow. So I expect a lot of things, and we'll most probably watch it together, but I'm going to be watching it on the tube, so you go make sure that you guys check it there, right? Because if you don't check it there, you're not going to be able to see what I'm going to be looking at, and I can't do it on TikTok. It's just going to be my face, and it'll be an empty face, right? You guys are incredible, absolutely amazing, and yeah, we will see what's going on. Check out Mexi as well. It's an incredible Alpha on X, please, too. Yeah, of course. No, but Road, you can go. It's free. I'll put it into the free section. You guys can check it out. 90% of it is free. I found it on the seat. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, check out Mexi. Again, I'm doing this for your benefit. I literally have given away all of what will be coming from that to you guys. That's it. That's the only way I can describe it. You get a whole bunch of stuff in this and the other. All right, I appreciate it. Take care, and we will go from there. All right, take care. Bye bye. All right. For you guys on the tube as well, make sure you check out the Alpha Hunters group. It's literally linked in the bios. It's free of charge. Yeah, I'm going to be putting these type of streams and the information down now more onto a video every morning, and we can go on from there, and we can see this, see what happens, and move on from there. All right. I appreciate everything. You guys are